Now that our emulator has loaded, you can see the different buttons on the emulator. In this video, I'll be showing you simple ways to make different type of button shapes. Let's get started. What I'm gonna do is move this just so I can have a bigger space to work with. And what we're gonna do is head over, and I'm just gonna move this hello world. I'll just delete it. And I'm just gonna show you 4 examples. So what I'm gonna do is take 4 buttons. Some people have the problem of their buttons not changing colors, but I did a video on solving this problem. So to check it out, just press this video that's about to pop up. Alright, let's get back to the video. So I'm just gonna have these 4 buttons, and I'm all gonna customize them in different ways. But first I'm gonna give them a constraints because I know Android Studio is gonna say error. So I'm just gonna do this to constraints. Now that that's done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to res, I'm going to click drawable, and I'm going to right click drawable. I'm going to go to new and go to drawable resource file. I'm just going to name this change 1 because this is the first change that we're going to do to the buttons of the custom buttons that I will be showing you. Now that we're in this new resource file, I'm just going to space it out real fast. And now what I'm going to do is do the opening tag item with the closing tag. I'm just going to space everything out. I like to think of item as just like a regular item. So what we're going to do in here, we're going to open the closing tag again and put shape. Once you put shape, you can put whatever shape you want. We're gonna press enter, and then I'm just gonna first give you a rectangle. And for the color, I'm just gonna make it solid color. I'll just give it to be 00FF00. Do not forget the hashtag when you do it. And it has this color. And now for the next one, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to press drawable, right click it, new, drawable resource file. And for this one, I'm just going to name it change 2 because this is the second one. We're going to do basically the same thing that we did before. Opening tag item with the closing tag. Android Studio automatically put the closing tag, so I think that's easier, way easier. And what we're gonna do is put shape again, and this time I'm gonna make this an oval. And I'm gonna close it. And for the color, I'll give it a solid color of, I'll say black. And then I'm gonna give it a white stroke. So I'll put stroke. I'll put stroke. And for this, I'll put the color oh, I made a mistake. Color to be white. And to make it bigger, I would have to put a width. Excuse me, sorry about that. Width. And I'll just put 20 dp. And then boom, we have a good stroke. So that's the second change. We're gonna move on to the third one. We're gonna do the same exact thing. You're gonna click drawable, right click it, new, drawable resource file, and we're gonna name it change 3. We're gonna do the exact same thing that we did for the other ones. I'm gonna name it item. We're gonna put shape inside of it. I'm gonna do it again, and this time, excuse me, I'm gonna keep the rectangle, but you'll see something different about this one. I'm gonna change the borders. So I'm gonna go into shape. I'm gonna opening tag corners, and inside the corners, I'm going to give it a radius, and I'll give it 20 dp. I think that'll be fine. And to give it a color, we'll do opening tag color. Oh, excuse me. Put it right here. We'll do solid color. And this time I'll put the color to be, remember always to have the hashtag when you're doing color codes. I'll put FF0000 right here. I'm gonna make it red and put a closing tag, and as you can see that it's round. It has rounded corners instead of just the cube corners. It has round corners. And for the last one, before we check our buttons, we're gonna do the same thing. Right click drawable, go to new, press drawable resource file. We're gonna give this change 4. I did not mean to do that. So we're gonna open the closing tag item, just like this. Shape. I made that mistake. Shape. We're gonna press it again, and this time we're gonna have a ring. I'm gonna get the closing tag. And I'll put a color to be, you can pick whatever color you want, but I'll try this one. Blue. Everything should be good now. Once we're finished with this, we're gonna head over back to activity main, and we're gonna start inputting our designs. So what we're gonna do, the way we do this is go to back, we're gonna type background, we're gonna do add drawable. See, it already has it for us. So for our first one, we had change 1. We're gonna put change 1. And you can see our button change. That's a rectangle that's green. Now for button 2, right here, gonna do the same thing, background, add drawable. Oh, seems like this happens. We have the stroke too high. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna just change the stroke to 5 dp. That should be better. And look at it. There we go. Now for this button, we're gonna do the same thing. Background, add drawable, change 3. And you can see the difference here. With the corners are rounded, but this one is just flat lined. Now the last one, we're gonna do background, add drawable, change 4. It doesn't seem to be changing. We probably have an error. I'm gonna fix it, and I'm gonna tell you what I had to fix when I come right back. Hey everyone, we're back in this video, and I figured out what I did wrong. What I did wrong was I didn't do this, so I'll show you what to do right now. We're gonna indent this right here, and we're gonna type use level, and we're gonna set it to false. Very easy. Even programmers makes mistakes. Every programmer makes mistakes, but we continue to keep trying, the trial and error that gets us to where we want to be. Now we're gonna head back to activity main, and look, our ring button is right there. The button looks different because I added a little something to it. I'm going to show you right now. I just added the inner radius to be 15 dp, so we can have this whole circle in this little button. You can change it to whatever you want, but right now what I'm going to do is load these buttons on the emulator so we can see how they turn out. Now that our emulator has loaded, you can see the different buttons on the emulator. If you enjoyed this video, go on ahead to my channel and check out my other videos. Congratulations, MaskedProgrammer out.